Hey everybody, this is DreadPirateDuo here, and it's been a while since I have recorded a solo episode, so please bear with me if I'm a little bit rusty. We're back into Outlaws of the Old West. We are on the multiplayer server. However, we had a couple issues. I assume you guys have watched Game Edge's video and you kind of know what happened. What ended up happening with us is we have tried to keep the same save game file through all of the updates. And with that being said, we got to a point where the server became very unstable because we hadn't updated, or we haven't wiped the server since the very first release of the game. We started up a new server, gave it a test, it was running significantly better. We weren't having problems with our crafting tables. It was just overall a much better setup. So we kind of started over. I still have the save files from the old server. I've tried to do some stuff to them, but to be honest with you, without some really crazy heroic editing of the file, I'm not going to be able to get that back up and running. And I just don't have the time or energy to do that. So we started a new server. With that, with that being said, we are going to head over to where Game Edge is and attempt to build something. Now, I've done some work off camera. I got a horse. As soon as I logged into the server, I was attacked immediately by bandits, so I had to hurry up and on the run craft myself a bow and arrow. Killed those bandits, killed some other bandits, and collected some materials. So I didn't think that you guys wanted to sit here and watch me hit trees and rocks all day. So that being said, we are on our way over to the quadrant where everybody else is, and I want to try to find a nice area to build a little place. Through the magic of editing, you do not have to sit here while I roam around looking for this place. I believe we found it. I am 117. I don't see anything up here from up here just yet, but it might just be something we haven't drawn in yet. But I'm pretty sure Game Edge has a little island right there, which is actually a pretty cool place to build. That looks like a very interesting place to fortify yourself a little base. So let's see what we can find going around here. I know that the girl's around here somewhere. I think Bish was heading over in this direction as well. I don't know where Ono is. We've been chatting back and forth, and don't know where he is settled. I was kind of hoping to find a nice ridge where I could have a really fun view of everything, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. One thing I did notice is I am thirsty, my horse is thirsty, and there's a giant body of water here. So we're going to go ahead and take a drink. There we go. Just run the horse into the water and it forces it to drink, so that works for me. Okay, so we've got that. My hunger's a little bit higher than I'd like. He's got a feed slot, which I don't know if he's actually using. But we're going to go ahead and max out our hunger bar right here. And I'm going to go over to the other side, because I see a little area where there's a ramp up and a plateau, and I don't know if anyone's claimed that yet. So basically, in the time where I was protecting myself from bandits and gathering some materials, I leveled up a little bit. I'm splitting my points between health. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Splitting my points between health and accuracy. Let's see if I can see if we're getting chased. Oh, we are getting chased. Oh, that's not too big of a deal. Oh, that's right. Put myself in. Oh, he's running off. Oh, and there's a bear. Let's not do that. I don't think I want to deal with a bear right now. Completely forgot what I was talking about. Anyhow, there's a little place over here I might be able to get a view. That's kind of what I want. It's just a little cabin with a view. I figure that we'll probably build something together. I just don't know what that's going to be. It might be a town, it might be a fort style. I think we'll find out on Saturday night when we get together and start streaming. Oh, I did find somebody's house over here. Who do we have? Got a fire burning. crafty guy. Alright, so we have someone built. I know we did ask that people didn't build in 11.17, and crafty guy was being respectful and built in 10.17. So we do appreciate that, crafty guy. Thank you very much. We're not 100% sure how the stability of the server is affected by the number of people that actually build in the same sector. So with that being said, we kind of just asked everybody, hey, will you go ahead and just kind of stay out of 11.17 for us, so that way we can try to make sure that when we're recording we don't run into issues like we did with the previous server. Because honestly, those last couple of play sessions where we kept getting kicked and we rebooted the server and nothing happened, as in it didn't get any better. It was very frustrating, and it led to a short stream, and kind of at the end we just were all disappointed we couldn't have continued with everybody. So with that change into this new server, we're trying to just ask people to be respectful of that, so that we can try to keep, you know, those streams going, because those are a lot of fun. Alright, well, I think I'm over where I want to be. I think there's a way to get up there. Oh, there's a really cool area there. I'm going to see if we can just brute force our way up here. Okay. Well, there's a nice rock to build on. Am I in 11.17? Nope, 10.17. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to stay in 11.17 so that we can abide by that the request that we made for everybody. Not span out. Let's see who's building over here. Nice brick building. Jens! Well, hello, Jens. How are you doing today? I don't see you actually on right now, so I'm just gonna walk on by and hopefully not get shot if you're looking at me out of a window. Oh, we're going a little too far. I gotta go around this lake, though, because I don't think the horse will survive the swim through it. But they might. Oh, there's Black Bear. Let's not do that today. Especially because I'm starting to run a little bit low on stamina. Alright, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and go to find a better spot somewhere over here, and I will jump back on if anything interesting happens. Oh, there we go, I'm getting shot. And we have we have some bandits, as well as a ram that decided it was going to come out. So let's see, have we... Oh, these guys still want a piece of me. Something just popped in down there. Let's see if I can get these guys. Jumping around a little bit. Oh, that was a bad shot. Oh, let's reload. Alright, and then that's just a regular bandit. Oop. A little bit of lag on there. Oh, you shot my horse, you son of a bitch. There we go. Well, hopefully they have some ammo on them. I'm kind of running low on ammo. I haven't been making any. There's 6 shots. Oh, I got 16 shots. Okay, that was definitely more than I used. I'm not going to go toy with that ram. I really don't care to get myself destroyed right now. Funny, though. This looks like there's a gold exchange that's hanging out over here. Is that right? Oh, I'll tell you what. I did kill some of the black skulls on the way over here. Got 12 bars. Get some money off of that. I think that'll be good. Helps take an item out of my inventory, drops my weight a little bit. Everyone's happy. Alright, so let's head down this way. Where are we now? Okay. I'm going to circle back around, and I will jump back on here as soon as I get somewhere interesting. I am back in 11.17. I believe Game Edge is up there. I am not in his clan yet. So, If there's any traps or any explosives up there, they will kill me. We do have the server set to the online raid restrictions setting, which still allows for PvP. The only difference is that I believe structures are invulnerable unless you were online. So if you go try to raid someone who's not online, you will not get very far. Still experimental feature. We haven't actually played around and tried it yet. I think that's something we might play around with on stream, is find someone who's not online, see if we can blow up a wall, and then if we do, of course, we'll go ahead and send them some items to repair and an apology. But you know, for science, got to make sure we test everything out. So I see another structure over here. I believe, based upon how it looks, it's going to be either Selly and Mittens, or yep, there we go. Oh, I guess they've got their own thing going on, the Wild Roses. So they're not going to be a part of the guild. Or are we going to have different? Are we going to have different guilds? That might be interesting. Building out on that rock too. They got a really nice place. Ooh, and who do we have over here? Let's double check and see. Can I get up there? Okay, is this Bish? Oh no, that's Bish. All right. So Bish did find his way over here. I know we were chatting a little bit earlier in Discord to see if he's going to be able to make it. Because we're going to stream tonight, and we all want to make sure we have, you know, we're in the general vicinity of each other, because it's kind of it's not very much fun when you're sitting there and just running the entire time to find somebody. That's why I'm cutting most of the run out on this. But I got here kind of late. It looks like all the cool places to build are relatively taken. Let's see if I can find something. I could build behind Bish's place over there. There's another rock outcropping with a nice view, but I don't think I want to do that. There's not much in 1117. I'm trying to stay with everybody. I wonder if I can get on top of that over there and stay within 1117. I came over from this direction, and there's a nice mesa over here on top of, or in the desert portion of the biome. Ooh. Sorry, I'm going to stop and grab some of this because I do need more fiber. Fiber is kind of hard to come by in this area. At least those plants, those big kind of sickly looking plants, actually give you quite a bit of plant fiber. And I don't know if I'm going to start with building some fort walls. Like, I'm kind of thinking I might want to use the fort walls and try the fort ceilings out, because I haven't tried those yet and they look pretty cool. I'm not sure how that's going to play out. I haven't decided what I want to do. I mean, I'll definitely be using some log cabin material, because it's just really affordable, for lack of a better term. Okay, so I'm right here. I am pretty close to game edge. I don't know if he's going to like me building here. I don't know what his overall plans are for the area, but I do kind of like the overlook, or the overhang here, and the view isn't too bad. It's kind of what I was looking for, but I was more hoping like on the side of a mountain, like up there, kind of on that ridge. That'd be really, really cool. So I know we don't have a lot of trees over here. I may just go and build like a mountain logging cabin. It's kind of one of my go-to places to go and log and have that view. So let's see what we can do here. I'm going to go ahead and probably dismount the horse. I'm a little worried about dismounting on the rock, because there have been some issues. I don't want to fall through the world and then have to run back here. But I guess hell, if I'm going to try to build here, I might as well. Let's go into our inventory here. I do need to make a place. Oh, I don't have enough. Oh, I need rope. Okay, so I should have enough to make some rope. I need 10. I'll make a 10 rope. I'll figure out where I want to actually build. I'm gonna need to start on that highest point though, to make sure that my building is flush, or is even with the ground. If I can't build here, I was thinking about building up there, but I won't be in 1017 anymore. I'm kind of on that, or 1117. I'm sorry, I'm on that edge. The other thing I could do, I guess I could build up here, which isn't a rock. It's still kind of solid ground, but I don't know. Wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Got to get some lakefront property, because someone else will come and build in front of me just to be a jerk. So let's get off here and see if I fall through the world. Okay, I don't, which is nice. Let's see this. Where I can put my horse. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna have the ability to move. I got a lot of... Oh well, I must have put 100 in there by accident. Oh well, I got some extra rope. I'm gonna need it for buildings and such. See, I want to go ahead and do my hitching post. I keep forgetting the name of the hitching post. I'm gonna get a rawhide thing started, get a spinning wheel started, just because it's basics. I do. Oh great, I do have some leather, so I can make myself a table saw, which is important. I do also need a metal working bench, and I need to go ahead and get a stone forge. So all of these items are going to be things that I'm going to be required to have just to start my build. What else was there? I did get the metal bench. I didn't get the carpentry bench. That's what it was. Okay. So hopefully I still have a decent amount of resources after spending all that. I've got some... Yeah, I should have enough to be able to get started. That should be plenty. I made a building mallet because I was going to build elsewhere, and then Gibbons decided, hey, I'm going to go hit in 21117, which was far away from where I wanted to build. So not a big deal. I did want to be with the group though. All right, so we are done with the hitching post. I'm going to go ahead and get this placed. I think I'm going to place it for now right here at this rock. I do want to get some troughs though, and I can't place the hitching post in the troughs like I used to, which I thought was really cool because, heck, when you're tying the horse up right there, might as well put the hitching post, or might put the hitching post right into the trough so that they can reach it. We'll put it right there. So then, in the meantime, I'll put my lasso, grab our guy over here, and we're gonna lead him and tie him up so he doesn't run away. Excellent. So next step is my basic set of foundations. Now I did want to use fort walls, but to get the fort walls I need the saw, and to get the saw I need to make a couple stations and place them. So I don't think I want to focus on that just yet. So at this point, let's see, okay, I got my horse over there. I'm looking at the ground, and I think that little tiny spot right here is the highest point. And why that's important is because I don't want to have my floors being, having ground come through them. But at the same time, if I'm not careful, if I build on the highest point, I might not be able to continue my build elsewhere. Because you can get to a point where you don't have enough of a the foundation's not thick enough to reach the quote-unquote ground, and in situations like that you're not going to be able to continue to build out that direction. So there is going to be a maximum distance we're going to build outward. Let's see, what am I lost count. 1, 2, I think 3, right? Yeah, it's 3. Okay, so I can't go any further than that right here, so that's 4. I don't want to do 4. 2. I like going with odd numbers because it allows me to centralize my door in my build if that's what I choose to do. So my concern now is how far out this way can we go? This will be 4, and this will be 5. So that's going to be a 5 by 5, which I think is a good large building to start with. Let's go ahead and finish off the square here. Okay, so how am I doing on supplies? I don't want to run out. I should be able to finish this portion here. Yeah, I'm a stickler for how these things go too. I want all my boards to go the proper direction. So if I'm not careful, and I don't have the sledgehammer right now, and so without the sledgehammer, I can't really fix any issues that I come up with. Now I'm looking at the way this is kind of set up here, and because we have the rock higher up on this side, I'm gonna, instead of putting my door center like I said I'd like to do, I'm gonna go ahead and put my door probably right here on the side. Let's do it over here. Give myself a spot, and then we'll go ahead and build our Oops, come on. Build our wall here. I don't think I want a window on each side. I'm going to go ahead and put a window here, and possibly a window there. Okay, let's go ahead and go with solid walls from this point on. Now, I was watching Game Edge video and I saw that he was having a hard time when he was trying to go from both sides, because sometimes you'll start off here, and if you start building, each side of the build, each side of this panel is not equal, right? It's meant to kind of fit in like a jigsaw. So what I typically do is I look in this upper corner here, because you can go have the notch either on the left or on the right. And so if you look at the rest of these builds, you see the notches are on the right there. So if I do get mixed up where I don't know which way it goes, or I want to try to start on the left and right side and meet in the middle, I try to make sure that notch is always in the same spot. So with that with that kind of being said, your corners are a little different, because your corners can look okay either way. Except for if you look right now, I have the two notches meeting in the corner and there's a gap. I don't like that because I'm really picky on this kind of stuff. It'll just really just annoy me to no end. So I want to try to be careful that I don't cause that problem. So like for instance there's no notch in that corner already. I want to make sure that I do place the notch in that corner so that I can continue my build the way I'd like to. Now, here's a good point. There is some really nice view right here. And I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to see, can I put in a ceiling here? I cannot make a deck this way. I may have to work with some poles to see if I can't make a deck kind of fit in here. That'll be something that I'll probably do at a later time. Right now, one thing I do want to do is I want to get my items placed on the ground. So what's really cool is we can start placing things indoors that we couldn't place before. So I think I'm going to put, in the corner here I might put a smoker, but I'm going to go ahead and put this guy kind of in this square here. Normally just put the tannery? Yeah, the tannery on the ground. So they modified that so you can place it inside. I think it's because, yeah, the tannery should be outside. It needs that air around it to dry everything out. But we do have the problem of PvP and people causing issues just to cause issues. Yeah, it can be fun. I mean, PvP is fun in some cases, but when you log on and find out all your stuff was stolen or was broken or whatnot, it can just be frustrating. So the ability to place that inside to kind of protect you from that, I do appreciate that ability. So let's see. Yeah, I can use this later. We'll put the spinning wheel here. We will put the carpentry station. Let's see if I can get it kind of as close to that wall as possible. Now, and some of this stuff might not be straight, which will eventually drive me crazy, but that's alright for now. This stuff will move around or I'll destroy and recreate. It won't be a big deal. Alright, next stop is going to be our friend here. I usually like to make 2 or 3 of these because honestly it takes a while to make planks. I'm going to need to make some anyways, so let's go ahead and see if I can make 12 planks with what I got. Yeah, it's not too bad. I still have plenty of stuff. Forgot what I was doing. Alright. It's been a long week, and this is Friday. I'm trying to get this done and updated before we do our play session, because in honesty, I didn't want to just show up with stuff. I've been doing that for a while because I haven't had time to make proper videos. It's something that I kind of want to get back into. So at this point, how many do we have left? I need 3. I'll take 5 or 6, I believe it is. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a door. So one thing I'd like is they have modified this door a little bit. So if you look at the back of the door right here, this is the back, and then that's the front. It's kind of hard to tell, but the main way you can tell is the hinges. The hinges are actually on the left side of the door here. So when the door opens, it will open to your left, or to my left, I guess you can say. Putting that in place, there we go. We can just open that door and be it'll be coming into the house instead of the door opening outside of the house, which Makes a lot more sense. At least to me. I like it. Alright, so in here, I could start with a build. I could start building. Alright, sorry about that. I ended up having a huge coughing fit. Not really. Maybe like 10 seconds. But I need to edit that out because, well, you guys don't want your eardrums blown. And I need to get a drink of water. So coming back in, we're talking about the door, how I prefer to have the door open up to the inside. Which is just personal preference, but I've been in older buildings that aren't built to code where the door opens on the outside in the US, and it just feels weird. I don't like it. So, one of those personal preference things. Oh, I did get an eye patch. I gotta wear that, because, well, I'm a Dread Pirate after all. I'm gonna give you a really terrible R sound. Oh, I thought I was on. There we go. Alright. With that being said, a couple more things I think I need to put in here for now is I'm going to go ahead and make a storage. And the nice thing about using the metalworking storage, metalworking bench to make your storage, it's the same box as on the carpentry side, but it only requires 10 iron ore. And while 10 iron ore may sound like it's expensive, right now planks are really expensive for me because it's 5 logs. And so I'm making, if I'm going to use 10, I'm using 50 logs versus 10 iron ore, and I can go out and grab some iron ore as needed. So I'm going to make one of those. I am going to make a bucket as well, and then I do want to make some of these troughs, and I need 20 planks to do that. So I'm going to need 40 planks and 40 iron ore in order to make this trough work for me. So I should be able to make 40. It's going to eat up, a lot. You saw 2 stacks disappear up there. And while that might not be a ton in the grand scheme of things right now because of my lack of trees and my inability to get out there and get some of these, get some more materials before starting this, yeah, that's gonna, it hurts at the moment for that many planks. But I do want those troughs because I want the horse to stay alive if I can. I've already lost one due to logging out, logging back in. I'm pretty sure it somehow decided to, or it somehow got extremely dehydrated and fell over, and a stake popped out, and something came by and ate it. That's kind of how these things work, at least in Outlaws. Alright, so I've got some larger tools here I want to use. I want to try something on the scythe. I've not been impressed with the scythe, but it's a long enough weapon that I might, or tool that I might be able to actually harvest things while I'm on my horse. One big gripe I have about this game is I have to get off my horse to harvest things. And it's realistic, and it's not something that I think the devs should change. It's just something that I don't like, because it's annoying. But I do think that they should change the inability for me to open up a door, like a fort door when I'm on a horse. I think I should be able to open that and then get through it and close it, because that's just that's a gameplay mechanic. That's more of a quality of life enhancement to be able to not have to get off the horse to get through there. So anyways, let's see, we're at 18, we're almost at 20. I did see I'm going to need another 25 though to make, I think it was a pump house. Oops, I did that wrong. Wait, I have to enter. 20 to 45, okay, that's good, and I'm dwindling down a little further than I would like. Oh, our storage should be done, or did I not make the storage, or did I already pick it up? I already picked it up. Let's go ahead and place this. Well, I'm gonna let's see if I can just jam the storage in there. And when I open it, it opens. Oh, it opens the other direction. So that's another thing of mine that this preference I have is that I want to be able to stand in front here and not get hit by the door when I open it up. So I will specifically spin it around so that the door is in the back. If you place it down and the door comes towards the front, or the lid comes towards the front, if you just hit move, stay in one spot, use your mouse to be able to spin it, you can get it in the orientation that you prefer. I'm also someone that, I don't know, I like things to line up. I mean, my job, I'm very technical, and things have to line up, and I would much rather have them at 90-degree angles or perpendicular here. This one's a little messed up. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not that OCD. Close. I'm just not that OCD. And if you are, I don't have, I'm not judging you by any means. I totally understand. So I want to get some of this junk in here that I'm not going to want to carry around with me. I'll leave a lasso here. Raw materials can go in. I do want to build a smoker. So I forget what I need for the smoker. I need 20 planks, 10 bricks, and 10 stone. So I do need to make some bricks. I'll go ahead and do that. Let's put away 2 stacks of this for later. I don't think we'll cloth on rope. As a matter of fact, though, let's go ahead and just craft all the rope I possibly can right now. Pelts in. What else are we gonna do? Oh, that could just give one away. There we go. Sword items took a little while. Let's attach these real quick. Put them in my spots where I want them. Made some cotton yarn by accident. Instead of when I was working on the there's a little bit of a bug that if you do any sort of interacting with your hotbar, you can't always right-click this stuff into your storage. So you get out of storage, go back in. That's fixed. But let's see. I crafted the yarn by accident when I made the split loom, or the spinning wheel, to make myself a lasso, so I could easily get back and run around without, or outrun bandits and whatnot. Because I didn't have any real good weapons. I had my bow and arrow, and that was it. Because the first set of bandits didn't drop a gun, so that wasn't fun. Let's see, I'm gonna drop this in because I can't do anything with it. Oh, it doesn't like me right-clicking for some reason. Maybe it's after you use the sort items in auto stack that occurs. Oh wait. So let's see. I want to make some brick. So I want to let's make 30 brick. Cannot craft missing resource. Do I not have enough for 30 brick because it takes 10? Alright, nope. Let's do, man, I think I need 20. It's gonna eat a lot of my stuff, so let's see. I think we can get away with 4 coal to make this. So we'll fire that up and let that start. Come back over here. I've got my sights done. Realize I need to have a canteen as well. I prefer the metal canteen, just like it better. No real good reason. Alright, let's see if I can still afford those troughs, because I did spend some. I have a well pump. I don't know if I can place that without a wrench. Iron ore 25. Let's get the well pump made anyways. I prefer that over the well. I just like it better. And then the trough. Okay, I can make 2 of those. Great. So, use a lot of resources, but that's something that I think is needed. So while these are being built, let's go down. We'll grab some water from the edge here. Now, one thing that I tried out on the stream is I tried jumping from a very high distance down into some water, and yeah, it doesn't cushion your fall at all. I pretty much was down to a couple hit points, and it wasn't very good. So I don't recommend doing that. Oh, that sounds bad. Oh, mountain lion. Run, please. Oh, that's not what I expected. There we go. Not gonna let him get away, because he'll just come back and eat me. And I have a problem finding the corpse sometimes, because things blend in for me in this environment. Pick up a piece of rock. That'll work. Over here. Well, the important thing is I killed it. However, I really did want its meat and its pelt. I'm sure I'll go, while I'm editing this, I'm sure I'll find it, and it'll just make me mad that I missed it. But we're getting to a point where I just need to go ahead and come on over here. So let's go. I'll ride you. I'm gonna save enough time that's gonna feel like it's worth it. Alright, so let's get you into the water so you can drink and swim. I'm impressed by the horse's ability to swim. Actually, don't know if all horses can swim, or all horses can swim. Horse, however that works. Alright, so let's fill our metal bucket up. I don't have my canteen yet, but I have that pump house being built. Let's get back up here and see what we can do. Alright, let's get you attached. And let's come back over here. So we filled up on our drink. Still got some hunger going on, which I've got plenty of stuff to eat. But not worried about it just yet. Good, we got our stuff here. Can't place that indoors. So that's locked into place, and I guess that was my concern. I probably should have built. Wow. All right, that's not what I wanted. Nope, I wouldn't want it there to begin with. Let's see, can I? Nope. I must be missing something here. It's quite possible I need a wrench to do this. I've got 25 iron ore left, which is exactly how much I would need to use the wrench, or to make the wrench. And I don't even know if that'll fix my issue. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see what else I can do instead. So let's see. I can't put it in there. Can I? No, I can't do that. Let's see if I can. That's where I'm trying to get it at least. Because I don't believe I can move these. That wasn't nice. Can't seem to place anything. I just come back here maybe? There we go. It's not like, I want it to be centered. It's not going to happen. I just got to be happy with the fact that it's not going to happen. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what I want to do here is I'm going to open storage. I'm going to go ahead and add in the berries for now, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in my bucket in my hand, right? There we go. And then press E, and we have filled that. That's good. Okay, so we got the beginnings. The beginnings going. I'm going to go ahead and force my horse with no name to drink, and my horse with no name to eat. So hopefully he stays alive now, because I'd rather not lose the horse if I can help it. Now, if I build another disposable transport, then yeah, that one's gonna be up for being disposable. Okay. Oh, I got a nicer gun. All right, so at this point, let's come over here and let's take a look at this. We're gonna take all. I'm gonna extinguish that. So 4 was enough to do 20 and some. So that was nice. I forgot what I wanted to build. It's just been one of those days and one of those weeks where my mind is wandering quite a bit. So let's see, can I find what I wanted to build in here that required bricks? Oh, the smoker. I didn't want to build it in there. I want to build it here. And what else do I need? I'm going to need 20 planks. And I thought, did I not take all those planks, or did I use them all? I used a lot of planks, didn't I? So I need at least 11. Alright, let's see what we got over here. I have nothing in here, but I do need a well, and I think the well is going to require planks as well. 20 of them to be exact. That is awesome. Is that the well I want? Or is this the well? Is there a well in here that I want? I think that's the well pump, the one I like, but I can't place. Okay, yeah, I'm going to need the well over here. So this particular well, what are we looking at? And I've lost it because, there we go. 15 wood, 5 iron ore, 10 rope, and 20 planks. So if I'm probably going to go ahead and do this. I've got the rope, I've got everything I need, except for the planks. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up 20 more planks if I can. Okay, so I've got 19 there. Let's grab this next one. so I can start on my smoker, get some smoked meat going, so it's not bad. Alright. I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave you right here. I'll come back after I have some of this stuff created. There's no point in you just kind of sitting here and listening to me drone on as we wait for things to be done. So, see you here in a few. As I was standing there waiting for things to craft, I got a loading screen, and suddenly came back here. Now, I guess I could have died. That's quite possible. I didn't see the death screen come up. I do have 0 inventory, and this is where my sleeping bag was. I forgot to make another bag. So this is rather unfortunate. And I'm going to have to find my way back. I don't think I died from hunger or anything like that. I'll have to go look at the tape, because I don't know the tape of the recording, because it's possible someone may have shot me, but I wasn't paying attention because I was looking at some other things while I was waiting for crafting to be done. Alright, I will figure out how to get back there and talk to you guys in a little bit. I probably died of hunger, to be honest with you. I had to get up and get a couple things done, and in that time it is definitely possible that I starved to death. So not fun, but definitely possible. So let's see. The whole reason I was taking a break from this was to kind of get the items crafted that we wanted to make, and I want to get that in there. Get some of this meat in here, and let's go ahead and get this going. How many coal ore? I'll just put 3 in and see. I don't think it's the best use of coal, but we can get that started at least. So I got my smoker going, I've got my tanning thing there, I've got my dead body that I've looted but it won't go away. Nothing else is in here, but I do need to make that well. And that well, I believe... No, it was at the carpentry station. Always forget where it is. And I have enough, so that's going to be made. And I should have my brick that I already took out so I could make the smoker. Okay. I think we're in a good place. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I will probably just stick that well up right outside here, without, outside off camera, and then pick back up when the stream begins. So, thanks for sticking with me, everybody. We're going to jump around a little bit because I made some edits, because there's no point in showing you my run back and everything. And then we will, I'll see you guys all at the stream. Have a good one.